And when you can feel ready, gently allowing your eyes to open. And you can let your right knee bend, and drawing it in. So long through the crown of your head, reaching out through your left leg. And then you can take this knee across your body, coming into a twist. So right arm can reach out. Good, and then releasing, coming up and switching it up. So right leg can lengthen, link your fingers around your left knee, drawing it in. And taking your knee across your body, coming into that twist. So left arm can reach out. Good, and then releasing, coming back and seeing if you can have your feet on the ground about hip distance, knees bending, arms can be at your sides, palms down. Inhale here, and then exhale, pressing down through your feet, lifting into your hips, lifting into your back. It's fine to come up and down if you need to take a break at any point. Nice and strong in your legs, strong in your arms. Good. 3, 2, 1. And then gently rolling your back down, letting your knees draw in, holding or hugging your knees and just swaying a little bit side to side. And then let the soles of your feet come together on the floor. So knees will splay out and nice long spine. Crown of your head lengthening, and palms can come together over your head here. So you're kind of reaching back, reaching out, pointing away through your fingers. Maybe a little tuck in your belly, so your low back is kind of flat down towards the floor. So feeling an opening through your inner legs and also maybe the sides of your trunk here. And one more breath. And releasing your arms, taking the outsides of your legs, drawing your knees in together, and then just draw your knees in towards you. And you can hold your knees or hug your knees. You might even rock a little bit in your knees. That's it. Okay, and then link your fingers around your right knee, pressing out through your left leg, rocking all the way up into sitting. So coming into a comfortable cross-legged position here on your mat. Okay, and hands can be on your knees, and you can just think about rotating a little bit in your upper body. Good, and then coming the other way too. That's it. And then coming into sitting. So palms can be together here. So on your inhale, your right hand can draw the bowstring, left hand can make the L. So you inhale and you draw it out, and then exhale, you release. Palms together. Good. Inhale once again. This time, left hand draws the bowstring, right hand makes the L. Exhale, release. So going side to side. Inhale, right hand draws the bowstring. Exhale together. Inhale towards the left, towards the right, sorry. Exhale together. So going at your own speed. Relaxed in your shoulders, just kind of finding your own flow. It might not coordinate perfectly with your breathing. That's fine. No big deal. Good. Last set. Nice. And then coming back to center, right fingertips or palm at your side. Inhale, left arm can reach up. And then exhale, you can kind of walk the hand out a little bit, ground down, and come into a side stretch. Good. And then releasing, coming out of it. Okay, switching your legs. So whichever leg's out in front, see if you can bring it on the inside. So the opposite leg on the outside, and then left fingertips or palm at your side. Inhale, right arm lifts this time, and then you can kind of slide and then ground down. So coming into a side stretch, feeling the stretch. Noticing where you can feel something happening. Just kind of resting in that, whatever's happening, breathing. Good, and then you can release out of it, coming back up, lengthening out through your legs. So hands can be behind you, just bouncing into your knees a little bit, and then rotating in your ankles. So circling into your ankles, your feet, and then coming the other way too. Good. And then you may find that your hands can be down at your shoulders. Fingers might point forwards, and you can let your knees bend and just making a table with your body. So beginning to kind of lift into your hips, even just a little bit. No forcing. If it's rough on your wrist, just keep coming down, just putting a little pressure. Might even be looking forward or up or back. Nice and strong. Good. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good job. Easy does it. Coming back down, comfortable cross-legged position again. Shaking out, and then have your feet together out in front of you. So heels a little bit away from your pelvis here. Okay, so you've got a diamond shape. Feeling your sitting bones on the floor. Hands can take your ankles or your knees or your feet, and you can maybe tuck your chin a little bit and just beginning to kind of lengthen out through the crown of your head. This is a good place to be, or you might let your chin tuck. That's fine too. Like you're going to bring your forehead and put it into your feet. Feeling a stretch through the outsides of your hips here. Good, letting things soften, just being with that kind of that continual change that's happening, and kind of through putting yourself in a particular shape, it's helping things to change in a way that's geared, that's moving towards openness and releasing and softening. One more breath. Just being aware of that process, how it feels, and then gently coming back up. Okay, taking the outsides of your legs, bringing your knees in, flopping your knees a little bit side to side. And then once again, comfortable cross-legged position. And then just see if you can extend out through your pinkies. So holding down your ring fingers, your middle fingers, and your index fingers with your thumbs. Okay, and then soften your shoulders. And then just sitting tall and just thinking about pushing out from pinky tip to pinky tip. So you're like really pushing out from the pinky tip. It's kind of interesting what you can feel. So kind of nourishing the heart energy channels, they flow very much through the pinky side into the pinkies of the arms. You might kind of have like a little bit of a rotation upwards in your arms a little bit, and then just kind of softening into it, noticing how that feels through your arms, through your chest. If you need to take a break at any point and shake out, you can. Good. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good job. And then releasing out. Shake out if you need to. Coming forward into a tabletop position. So hands at your shoulders, knees at your hips. Tops of your feet can be on the floor here. And then when you're ready, grounding down through your palms, down through your knees, and then let your toes tuck under. So lifting into your knees and pressing up and back through your hips. If you ever need to take a break because feel like a head rush or anything like that, just bring your knees down and take a couple of breaths and then try again. So kind of stretching through the back of your body here, nice and strong, nice and lifted. Breathing, that's it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good job. Knees coming down to the floor. Okay, make sure your wrists are doing okay. You might need to shake out a little bit. And then just coming into a push-up position, so some form of a push-up. So you're welcome to have the knees on the ground and tops of the feet on the floor. This is a very strong core shape, or you can let your toes tuck under if that feels good. Just kind of looking down between your hands. Nice and strong, nice and lifted. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. And then knees can come down and you can lower your body all the way down. Tops of your feet can be on the floor. And then inhale, you can lift into your head and chest a little, maybe your shoulders. Exhale, release. Good. Once again, inhale, lifting into it. Exhale, release. Good. Last one, lifting into it. Nice and strong. Exhale, release, and then pushing up into tabletop. And then just sitting back on your heels. So forehead can come down to the floor here. Forehead can be on the floor or on a block. Just kind of sinking down, noticing how that feels, getting a sense. Stretching. Breathing. Good. And then coming forward into tabletop again, and then let your toes tuck under and make your way all the way up into standing here. So you might need to walk your hands up your legs, just coming all the way up into standing. Okay. Good. So legs about hip or shoulder distance here, and have your knees nice and soft, so kind of sinking down. Right arm at your side, and on your inhale, left arm can reach up towards the ceiling, and then exhale, you can kind of make a side stretch towards your right. Good, and then release, and have your right hand on your chest, and think about reaching out with your palm of your left hand up. So knees are soft, kind of sinking down through your legs, nice and strong. And then just your torso can begin to open towards the left. So it's almost like you're turning to the left, you're reaching out through your fingertips. And you might even let the right hand slide away from your chest towards your right armpit a little bit. So you're pressing out through that right elbow. You might even turn the right hand up, kind of rotate it up towards the ceiling too. You can reach out through all 5 fingers on both hands if you want. Just really broadening from your left fingertips all the way through your chest, your arm, into that right elbow. Breathing nice and deeply, really nourishing your lungs. Your lungs go much deeper down in your torso than you probably think. Good. 3, 2, 1. Good job. And then coming back, shaking out a little bit, and then step your left foot towards the front of your mat. So I'll mirror you. So you have your left foot out in front. The right foot can be back. You can either have the heel be lifted or you can ground down. Okay, so kind of sinking down. And then on your inhale, let your arms reach up towards the ceiling. So it's fine to look down or forward or up. Really feeling that power through your lower body, really your feet on the ground. Upper body's relaxed and open. Okay, and then with your right hand, like we did seated a little bit ago, draw the bowstring. Left hand's gonna make the L, and then just holding it, kind of looking out towards your left side. So towards the L, which is the left hand. So again, really drawing that bowstring. Nice and strong here. Good. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good job. And then palms can come together or hands on your hips, stepping your back foot forward a little bit, but still keep your left foot down. So your left foot is your balance foot. Left knee can be bending, that's fine. And then think about doing a balance. So shifting forward, you might just have the hands on the hips or palms together, or you can have airplane wing arms. Just might even be able to lift into the back leg a little bit, or maybe it comes down and then up and then down and then up. Just exploring the balance, trying to keep your hips somewhat level. Good. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good job. Back foot can come down to the floor and then come down into a low lunge. So come down into a runner's lunge with your left foot still leading the way. Left foot still in front. And you might just kind of feel your way into this. Some people like to rock a little bit into it. Good. And then the back knee can come onto the ground here. Okay, make sure that knee's okay. So you might need to double up on your mat or something like that. Okay, so you're kind of shifting forward. You might even step the left foot forward a little bit, kind of leaning into it. Okay, and then when you're ready, you can let the arms lift up again here towards the ceiling. Good, and then doing kind of, let your elbows soften. So you've kind of got a curve. I'll just show you from the front here. So once again, have the pinkies extending out. So holding down the ring fingers, middle fingers, and index fingers with your thumbs, and just kind of have like a smooth curve going through from pinky tip to pinky tip. So you might even be looking forward a little or up, softening in your shoulders, really nourishing the heart energy system here. Pinky tip to pinky tip. You might even have a little bit of gentle tingling going on. No forcing. That's it. Feeling this. Good. 3, 2, 1. Okay, releasing your arms. And then right hand. So left foot still out in front. Right hand can come down to the inside of the left foot. And then turning to the left, reaching up towards the ceiling with your left hand. Feeling that turn. That's it. And release. And then hands can come down to the inside of the left foot. So you might scoot the left foot out to the side a little bit. And you might scoot the back knee back a little bit. So you can have hands on a block if you want. That's fine. Or on a pillow. Or hands can just come down to the floor. You can have straight arms. No forcing. But you can feel that stretch in the front of your back hip there. Your kind of hip flexor area. Good breathing. Some people like the left, kind of the left inner arch, the left foot's inner arch. They like to lift it off the ground, kind of come onto the outer blade of the left foot, splay the knee out to the side. Some people like to do that. No forcing. Good. And then easy does it. Rocking back in your hips here. And then let your left leg come back to meet the right. Okay. And you can either do kind of a normal push-up that we were doing before, knee push-up or a full push-up. Or if you want to do a push-up on your elbows, you can try that. So you might have the knees down and the elbows down. Or you might let your knees lift with the elbows down. That's fine too. Kind of looking down between your forearms. No forcing. Nice and strong. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good job. Knees coming down, lowering your body down to the floor. Arms can be behind you this time, fingers pointing back. So inhale, lifting into your head, your chest, your shoulders, maybe your arms and legs a little bit. Exhale, release. Good. Once again, inhale, lifting into it. Exhale, release. Good. Last one, lifting into it. And if you want to hold it for a few breaths, you can. Chin's tucked. You might even paddle into your feet a little bit like you're swimming through the ocean. Strong in your legs, your thighs, your glutes. 3, 2, 1. Good job. And then releasing down, hands at your shoulders, pushing up into tabletop again. And then once again, just sitting back on your heels. So kind of sinking down into it. Forehead can be on the floor or on your block. Good. And then you can kind of push forward here and just seeing if you can come into some form of like a frog squat. So you might sit back over your feet and might have the heels lifted, or the heels can be down. Or if you need to come into like a high frog squat, that's good too. And just have the elbows on the knees or the hands on the knees. Just kind of opening into things here. That's it. Good. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. And then help yourself once again to come all the way up into standing. Coming all the way up. Okay, if you need to shake out or bounce a little bit, you can. And then just for a moment or two, just standing tall here. So legs hip or shoulder distance, knees are soft. If you want, you can just let your eyes close for a moment. Just kind of tuning into just be with your breathing, however it is. And tuning into how your body feels as well. So we did a number of poses kind of on one side of the body, noticing if you can kind of feel a difference there, one side compared to the other. Energy flow wise, sensation wise, might have feelings that are beginning to kind of shake loose and come free. Good. Okay, so again, legs about hip or shoulder distance, knees are soft as usual. And this time, left hand can be at your side here. So inhale, right arm's gonna reach up, and then beginning to kind of like a bamboo, a piece of a bamboo grove, or like a piece of bamboo, just kind of bending, nice and soft, nice and resilient towards the left. Good. And then releasing out. Okay, so left hand can be on your chest here, right on your sternum. Knees are soft, sinking down, and your right arm can reach out, palm can be up. Okay, so knees are soft, so the legs don't turn too much here. It's mostly the upper body, a little bit maybe in the legs. And then begin to just turn towards your right. So looking towards those right fingers. And then you can let the left hand kind of slip away from your chest. So like you're gonna have your fingertips almost in your armpit. So you're pushing out through the left elbow. reaching out through the right fingers. And you might even turn the left hand so it's facing up towards the ceiling, kind of engaging through all of those 5 fingers, spiky fingers, engaging through the 5 fingers on the right hand, like you're holding a maybe a cantaloupe or a melon. So feeling kind of that broadening, that expanding through your chest and arms. That's it. 3, 2, 1. And then again, coming out. Okay. So right foot's going to be out in front this time. So I'm mirroring you. So your right foot will be out in front. So the back foot can either ground down. So hips are square with the short side of your mat, or you can let the back heel be lifted. And then once again, you can inhale and let your arms reach up towards the ceiling. Good. And then once again, palms can come together. This time, left hand will draw the bowstring. So right hand will make the L. And you inhale, exhale, soften. So you're looking towards the right. So you're looking kind of towards that right L. So the left hand is drawing the bowstring. The right arm is reaching out. Still feeling that power in your legs. Nice and strong in your arms, expanding. Good. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then again, hands can release or be on your hips, and you can step your back foot in a little bit, and then getting ready to, again, kind of lift off in the back leg. So hands can be on your hips or palms together, or you can reach out like an airplane, and just beginning to kind of explore leaning forward, lifting back through that left leg. And again, you might just be on the big toe, or you might kind of lift a little bit and then settle back down. Good. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good job. And then back foot can come down again here. Okay, do what you got to do. Make sure things are feeling pretty good. And then coming into a runner's lunge. So you still got the right leg out in front. So coming down here, kind of feeling your way into a kind of a runner's lunge. You might rock a little bit forwards and backwards. Just kind of working your way into it. Good. And then when you're ready, the back knee can come down to the floor. Again, if you need to double up on the mat a little bit under the knee to protect it, you can. Okay, and you might even kind of slide the right foot forward a little bit. You can kind of feel your way into that stretch in your hip flexors here. And then when you're ready, you can inhale, let your arms reach up again. And then once again, same thing as before, just seeing if you can have the pinkies out in front. Okay, I'll just show you from the front. So yeah, you gotta kind of let the curve happen from pinky tip to pinky tip. So you're kind of pressing up and back, kind of rotating back through the pinkies. So really letting this entire heart area get a nice, some nice attention. Good. And then you can release out again here. Okay. And then lastly, that right foot can step a little out to the side here, and you can bring your hands down maybe to the inside of the right foot. Okay. You can always have a block down there. You might need to scoot the left knee back a little bit. So you're kind of stretching again through the hip flexor area there. settling into it, finding your sweet spot where you can really be in the stretch, kind of just experiencing it as it unfolds. Some people like to come up onto the outer blade of the right foot. You're welcome to kind of have the right inner arch of the right foot come off the ground a little. Good. And then when you're ready, once again, easy does it, rocking back in your hips. Okay, so right foot, right leg's going to come back. Okay, so hands can be down, knees can be down. Let your toes tuck under, pressing up and back. Once again, nice and high here through your hips. You might step your feet a little wider this time. You can step a few inches wider in your feet. You might step half an inch or so wider in your hands too. So you're really taking up space. Looking back between your legs, just really letting your energy field be really big, like wide open, vast. Feeling very strong and grounded. Good, and then when you're ready, feet can step back closer a little bit, and then knees can come down to the floor again. Okay, making sure those wrists are okay. And you've got the option again, some form of a push-up. So it might be a hand knee push-up or full push-up. Or again, if you want to come down to the elbows, you can bring the elbows and the forearms down. And you might have the knees on the ground, or you might let your toes tuck, your lower belly really drawing in. It's okay if your hips are higher than kind of the rest of your body a little bit, that's fine. Nice and strong. Good. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Knees coming down and then lowering your body all the way down to the floor. Good. Once again, arms can be behind you here. Okay. Unless you want to have the arms out in front of you, that's an option too. So either arms in front or arms out and back. I'll do arms in front this time. So inhale once again, just see if you can maybe lift a little bit. Arms and legs, good. Exhale, release. Inhale once again, lifting. Exhale, release. And then on the last one, if you want to stay lifted wherever you are, and maybe even paddle into the legs again, maybe into the arms too. Nice and strong here. That's it. Swimming. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good job. Releasing down and then once again pushing up into tabletop. And then this time let your big toes come together. So knees will splay out to the sides. And just once again, you can sit back into your heels, kind of coming into like a child's pose with wide legs. Good, and then when you're ready again, you can come forward into tabletop. And then once again, when you're ready, easy does it, coming all the way up into standing. Okay, so standing again, nice and tall. Knees are soft. Once again, just let your attention be on your breathing here. So just tuning into how you can feel. Just letting your breathing be how it wants to be. And also noticing kind of the energy in your body, noticing just now we've done both sides, what areas really feel like the energy is zinging around and alive in. And maybe there are some areas where they feel like they could use a little bit more, or areas we haven't really opened into quite as much. Good. So stepping your feet, however you do, just so that you can go wide with your stance here. And knees can bend. So hands can be, so a little tuck in your belly. So low back, sacrum, tailbone kind of tucking under here. Okay, and then you can bring your palms together. So feeling that strength down through your legs here. Good. And then you might be able to kind of let your body make an X shape. Okay, so kind of reaching up and then you kind of soften. It's almost like the shoulders are like coming out of the sockets a little and then you kind of soften and drop. Okay, so it's like you're doing hayat, like a hayat, like you're going to cut a board. That's it. Broadening through your chest, opening through your hips. Nice and strong. Good. And then you can either just kind of side bend a little bit like this to the right, or if you need the right hand to come down as you do it, that's great too. Okay, so side bending a little to the right, staying strong in the legs. Good. And then inhale, you can come up. And then exhale, you can either just kind of stay like this, side bending to the left, or if you need the left hand down, you're welcome to do that. Good, one more breath. That's it. And then again, you can come back up and then releasing your arms, your legs, stepping your feet in together and just shaking out. Good. Okay, so come wide in your stance once again, one leg's distance. So this time I've got my feet parallel. So you can always still bend the knees if you need to. That's fine, very safe. I've kind of got my hips pushing back here. That's very safe. You can stay like this, or you can have the legs a little longer. That's fine. Not bending as much. So inhale, opening through your chest, and then exhale, you can begin to come forward. That's it. Hands can come down maybe to the floor or down to a block. You might push down through your hands for a moment. Inhale, lift and lengthen through your back a little bit. And then exhale, you can kind of let your body, your head kind of fold forward. Just coming into a comfortable forward fold here. Again, it's fine to bend a lot into the knees or just a little bit. You can look back between your legs here, letting gravity help you. Noticing where you can feel that stretch, just kind of being in the sweet spot. If you just stay in the sweet spot long enough, that's where that's the rich, that's fertile ground for things to open and release. Good. And then you can push down through your hands, lift and lengthen. And then you might just kind of rock a little bit side to side here. Just kind of setting up a sway or a rock. And you may feel your right hand can be on the floor or on a pillow or on a block, and that you can inhale and let your left arm reach up towards the ceiling. So just kind of feeling the twist. If it makes more sense to have the left hand just resting on your sacrum, your lower back instead, you can just wrap the arm around, that's fine. Good, and then left hand can release down. Okay, and then switching it up. So left hand maybe at the middle of the legs there out in front, and then the right arm can reach up. Or you can just let the right hand come onto your onto your lower back. Good. Taking one more breath. And release the hand down. Okay, easy does it. You might need to bend into the knees and step the feet in a little bit. So hands can be on bending knees or on your hips. And inhale gently, slowly coming all the way up. Good. Stepping your feet, your legs in together. Again, if you need to bounce out or shake out a little bit, you can. Okay, so think about having, so on the inhale, just legs about hip or shoulder distance. On the inhale, you're kind of reaching up. You might even come up onto your tippy toes. And then you can just, on the exhale, you kind of just flop down, knees bend, hips push back, and you kind of flick your arms down. So you inhale, you come up, and then exhale. You can even do an out breath through the mouth, kind of purifying. Okay, inhale up. Just really flicking anything away that isn't benefiting you. Inhale, reach. Exhale, releasing. So just doing a few more of these at your own speed. Just letting everything release, everything go. Two more. Last one. Good. Standing tall, stepping a little wider than shoulder distance. Knees are soft, sinking down, and then just letting your arms begin to swing a little bit side to side. Good. And then from here, just seeing if you can come all the way down into a seated position. Coming to sit. And just thinking of having your right leg out in front of you. So left foot, if it's comfortable, can come on the inside of the right leg. Remember, you can always bend the knee and just simply come forward a little bit. That's fine. So you can either inhale, exhale, glide, or you can inhale reaching up and then exhale, just kind of begin to reach forward. That's it. Hands coming to a comfortable spot on your leg or your ankle or your foot. Just finding a good forward fold here. Breathing. That's it. And then inhale, you can come back up and out of it again. Okay. And then let your right knee bend. So the right foot, let's see. Actually, what I'll have us do, actually have the right leg kind of reach out to the side. And it's okay to have kind of the inside of the foot on the ground, almost like the inner leg a little bit. And then ground down through your left hip and square off your body a little bit more. Do whatever you have to do with the right leg. You might need to bend the knee a lot. That's fine. Squaring off with the left knee, the left leg. And then you can begin to just kind of come forward and put a little bit of pressure on the left leg. So getting a kind of like a pigeon leg stretch here through the outside of your left hip a little bit. Just noticing how that is for you. Might bring the forehead almost even down to the ground. Some people like to do that. Good. And then when you're ready, you can come back up and out of it again here. Okay, and then right leg can Lengthen out, left foot, left leg too. Once again, just kind of bouncing into your knees here. And then let your right knee bend. So the right foot can potentially come on the inside of the left leg. You can always stick a blanket or a block under this leg if it's lifting. Again, it's fine to bend the knee and just no forcing, just come forward. Okay, so inhale, exhale, gliding. Or you can inhale, reaching up, and then exhale, reaching forward. Finding a nice place to be here. Being with the stretch. Maybe noticing areas with a little bit of tightness, a little tension, and then you can just rest your attention right in the middle of those tight areas. And they'll begin to soften with time. So your awareness changes things, basically. We don't need to make the tighter areas do anything. We just need to be there in the middle of the tighter areas and really feel them. Good, and then on your inhale again, you can release out. Okay, maybe reaching up. And then doing the hip on the other side. So again, bend this knee as much as you need to. Might have the inner foot on the ground almost. And then root down through the right sitting bone there, the right hip kind of. Squaring off with your right knee. And then you might almost bring your belly down to your thigh. And maybe putting a little pressure there on the right leg. See if you can feel that stretch kind of in the outer hip, the outer leg area. Good, and then once again, when you're ready, you can come back up. Left leg again can reach out, right leg too, bouncing into it. Good, comfortable cross-legged position. Can always sit on a block or a blanket or a cushion. Right hand comes onto your left leg. Left fingertips are palm down behind you. Inhale, rooting down and lengthening. And then exhale, beginning to turn a little bit towards the left. Feeling that twist. Good, and then you can release when you're ready, just coming back and then switching it up. So left hand can be on your right leg, right fingertips are palm behind you, rooting down, inhale, lengthening, and then exhale, beginning again to turn towards your right. Maybe a slight tuck in your chin, almost like you're going to look back over that right shoulder. Good. And then again, you can release out when you're ready here. Maybe you rotate a little bit. Okay, and then from here, just coming to lie back in your space. If you have any final things or movements that you need to do, go right ahead. If you need to put on a warm sweatshirt or socks or anything like that, go right ahead. Just coming to lie back. Legs and arms can fall out to the sides. Hips and shoulders can open. If it's comfortable for you, allowing your eyes to close and just tuning in to the rising and sinking of the breathing in your belly, or just the breathing lower down in your body. lower ribs, spine, low chest. Inhaling, exhaling, relaxing, releasing, letting your breathing ebb and flow, letting your entire system ebb and flow, letting the change kind of happen through you, allowing the practice you've just done to, on its own, just kind of permeate into your cells of your body, into your body and mind. Breathing, relaxing, releasing. Very simple. Inhaling, exhaling, relaxing, releasing, being with the rising and sinking of the breathing in your belly. And when you can feel ready, gently beginning to move into your fingers, moving into your toes. And when you can feel ready, in your own time, coming all the way up into a comfortable seated position. Taking a few final breaths here. And bringing your palms together, rubbing into your palms, tapping from the crown of your head, down the back of your neck, all the way to your lower belly. Grounding and centering here. Okay, all right, very well done. Thanks so much for being here. Drink some water to balance things out and have a wonderful week. Thank you.
Thank you, Matt.
Thank
No
you.
problem. No problem. Have a good week.
You too.
Turkey Day, turkey.
Yeah, have a good, yeah, happy Thanksgiving. Yeah, that's right. Thanks, Diana.
Thank you, Matt.
Okay, thanks, Judy. See you soon. See you soon.
Okay.
Yep. Okay. Thanks, Mom. Great to see you. Talk to you soon. Bye, Marilee.